off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Murray. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. And incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll roll him out right. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Williams, the man in motion left. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Latavius Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Murray. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. A 1st carry now for Chase Edmonds. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. He's been perfect through the air, 9 of 9 so far, including that touchdown on the last drive. As his guys start again, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route before he's brought down. Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. He's got Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, everything out of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And
They're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground and picked up by the Chargers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he is out of bounds inside of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Caught by Allen.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. Allen's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he'll go right back to... The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. It's Eckler again. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Eckler. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
At the Broncos 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head first possession of the 2nd half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll get it right back to Washington. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to run it with Murray. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the 1st. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 63 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. Finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Spiller. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just...
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
That goes out wide to Murray.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense as it goes on, they've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up.
found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, 31 yards. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from Nick, just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Who that? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Exit.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
167 yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
Check, Mike 47. I'm coming after you.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee.